Welcome back to Blackthornprod. I'm Noah, an indie game developer. I'm creating a planet-hopping video game soon to be released on Steam called Dashing Fire. As you can see, the art I made for this little universe is very cartoony, stylish and simple. For a squishy, spiky bat monster, for example, I head into Adobe Photoshop and can take about 3 minutes to bring it to life. This simplicity looks cool, but also allows me to create a large variety of monsters and animate everything, without a Herculean effort for this one-man team. I've created more than 40 games, all of which have quirky, cartoony, and simple artwork. I really enjoy making these worlds, but after seeing a video from Benny Productions, where he turns rough, simple drawings into realistic and stunning artwork, I wanted to try this myself. I will say goodbye to simplicity for a little while and recreate some of Dashing Fire's most iconic environments and bosses into realistic creations, using Photoshop and my Intuos Pro drawing tablets. For starters, let's transform the merchant world. I began with a quick sketch. This way I can come up with ideas and handle proportions. Then I began work on the main part of this tiny planet. I wanted it to look soft and fluffy, as if covered in golden yellow grass. So I searched online and came upon this grass image, which I added on top of my yellow blob using a layer mask. And then to remove the green color, I set the layer to overlay. Then I added some shadows to the bottom using a soft round brush. I also used cool grass brushes to give the whole planet a soft, grassy contour. I added juicy black eyes and made sure they didn't look all flat and boring by adding some highlights and white wet specular dots. Blessed with the power of the internet, I searched for cute little bushes which I could add on top of my merchant worlds. I then followed a couple minutes tweaking the bush colors and shadows and making sure they blended nicely with the rest of the world. Same for the tree trunk, which I've just added. I used the cute round bush for the top of the tree, which looks quite stylish in my opinion. With the little planet mostly done, I found a great cloud image, which I added to the backgrounds with a couple filters and overlays. I also had fun with a black vignette effect to give the piece some extra atmosphere. I added more fluffy yellow clouds and finally a brilliant golden sun. Now this really looks like it belongs in the Dashing Fire world, all the while having a very different art style from the actual game. Okay, quick pause to remind you that if you want to support Blackthornprod, an amazing, easy and free way to do so is by hitting the wishlist button on Dashing Fire's Steam page. With the merchant world recreated, I decided to turn Lush, one of the bosses in Dashing Fire, into a realistic horror. As always, I began with a sketch, keeping an eye on the simple character design, the boss from my game. Then I worked on the head, making it fluffy, grassy, soft and sinister, using different images and Photoshop brushes. I can't help but be awestruck by the incredible tools at my fingertips, and how so many great effects can be achieved with images found online. As you can see, I'm giving Lush a few eerie green roses and flowers. These little details can add a lot to the piece. I felt like this boss should be a little wet and spongy, so once again I used a texture found online, which is then overlaid and erased in parts for some nice subtle results. A vignette effect was painted, some grassy background added, and fluffy grass planets peppered around. And here's the end result. Now, if you're interested in making your own worlds, art and games, I've created 4 game development courses which are available in Udemy. These will teach you how to use the Unity game engine, code in C#, create game art in Photoshop, and then animate it, and lots more. If you have an interest in video game creation, these courses are a great place to dig deep. And now onto the third piece. This time I wanted to work on Zuth, a funky boss from the Crimson Hollow. A quick sketch was made, and then its round, fat body painted. I'm using brushes to create general shapes, and images and filters to add realism to those simple blobs of paint. As with all my creations, there's failed experiments scattered on the way, which I erase if need be, and then try something new. And I'll just let you sit back and enjoy a couple seconds of time-lapsed painting. There you have it, Zuth. I really went out of my cartoony, simple artwork comfort zone with this project, and it has shed light on many great Photoshop tools I had never used or even known existed. Most notably all the different layer settings, adjustments, and using images for textures. Oh, and did I mention that Dashing Fire is almost going to be released on Steam? Remember to wishlist it if you want to delve into a challenging world filled with cute creatures and strange mini planets. Okay, thanks for watching, cheers.